Hey guys, so today we're talking about markdown with percents. It's exactly the opposite of markup. Okay, so it's stuff we've been doing, you know how to do it, set up your percent proportion, solve the proportion, and then since this is marked down, instead of adding after you're done, you're going to subtract from the original cost. Okay, so I'm going to do store one and store two with you, and then you're going to be on your own. All right, so what we're doing here is it says that we have four different stores and they're selling the same TV, but they have different sales going on. Okay, so which one should you buy from? Which one is the cheapest price in the end? Okay, so let's look at store one. It says store one is 20% off the regular price of $450. Okay, so let's start. We have our proportion. Please remember that we are subtracting. Okay, so this is a sale, which means subtract. Let's just write that so we don't forget we're subtracting at the end. Okay, my percent always goes over our 100, so percent over 100. And then it says regular price of 450. That's my original. And we have X. Okay, so we are solving this proportion. 450 times 20 and then divided by 100. So I have 450 times 20. I have a 0 placeholder because that 0 and the 20 is not going to multiply with anything. So 0 placeholder, then 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1, 9. All right, 9,000. Now I need to do my division. So I'm dividing by this 100. There are 2 zeros in 100. So I take my 9,000. And since I'm dividing, I'm moving to the left. I'm making something smaller. So I'm going 1, 2, because there's 2 zeros in 100, and that's how I divide. Okay, so my answer is going to be 90. Just kidding, it's not. $90 off the regular price, okay? The regular price is $450. Now I'm subtracting that 90. Okay, 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't take 9 from 5, so we are borrowing 15 minus 9, 6, and then 3. So my price at store one is $360. Not bad. Okay, store B. This actually is not going to be as much work as you think, and I will tell you why. It says that store 2 is 1/5 off the regular price. Everybody hates fractions. That's okay. So let's get rid of it. All right. What is 1/5 as a decimal? 1/5 as a decimal. Oh, goodness gracious. 1/5 as a decimal is 0.20 or 0.2. If you don't believe me, you can do top in, bottom out, top in, bottom out, and then you will end up getting the same answer. Okay? Now, why is this good news? Well, because what is 0.2 or 0.20 as a percent? How do you go from decimal to percent? Do you remember Dr. Pepper? Decimal to percent? If I'm changing from decimal to the percent, I'm moving my decimal 1, 2 times to the right. So when I do that, 1, 2, now my percent is 20%. Isn't that what we just did? Just curious, but I think we already have done this. So since we've already solved for 20% of 450, store 1 and store 2 have the same sale price. That's why that was good news. Okay, so go ahead and solve store 3 and 4 by yourselves. All right. Remember that after you solve your proportion, you need to go back and subtract from the original price and look out for store 4 because it has a fraction, but if you change that fraction to a decimal, it's a repeating decimal. Okay, so be careful there.